because of the extremely critical nature of the moment in which we are located, in which events are unfolding rapidly, I just can't wait. I can't delay in responding to Al-Azhar's fatwa. And that is that they have declared cryptocurrencies to be haram, if I am correct. They have declared cryptocurrencies to be haram. Perhaps they've also declared Bitcoin to be haram. And I agree with them that is the correct position. But they've gone on to argue that the reason why they are haram is because the government has the right to issue money. And cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin take away from governments the right to issue money. If I am correct that this is the argument raised by Al-Azhar to justify the fatwa, then I want to say that this is wrong. In fact, it is for me embarrassing that what was considered for many years to be the foremost institution of Islamic learning in the world, the 1,000-year-old Al-Azhar University, should recognize that governments have a right to issue money. It is something embarrassing to me because it is so manifestly false. When we go to the Quran for guidance, it's completely different from what has come from Al-Azhar University, if I am correct, that they have indeed declared that the reason why cryptocurrencies are haram and Bitcoin is haram is for this reason. No, it's not for this reason. They are haram because they have no intrinsic value. When we go to the Quran and we look for money in the Quran, we find money in the Quran having intrinsic value. And having a value in which the value of the money can be stored over a long period of time successfully. So this is money functioning successfully as a store of value. Bitcoins, cryptocurrency don't have that. I look at them and I say, this looks like casino money. Because the value is jumping up and down like an Australian kangaroo. Is this a valid store of money? That today the Bitcoin is worth $20,000 and tomorrow it can be worth $500? Has knowledge and intelligence and wisdom fled from the world that we can no longer understand? Not only does it not have intrinsic value, but more than that, it has a value which is jumping up and down like a kangaroo. That's not money. Rather, if Al-Azhar University would take a little time to return to the Quran. How embarrassing it is me to utter such words. And if the muftis who are busy now preparing their fatwas, their bogus fatwas, to declare cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin to be halal, if they will take a little time to go to the Quran and use proper methodology to study the Quran will tell you what is money. Yes, the Quran will do that. And when you leave the Quran and you go to the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ will confirm what is in the Quran. That money, in order to be money, must have intrinsic value. The Quran speaks of a dinar, a gold coin. Yes, it does. No mufti can take that out of the Quran. The Quran speaks of a dinar, which is a silver coin. Yes, it does. No mufti can take that out of the Quran. And the Quran speaks not only of a gold and silver coin as money, it speaks of gold and silver, fidda and zahab. The Quran speaks of money which can last for 3 100 years and still store its value faithfully. It could buy food 300 years before, and again today, 300 years later, it can still buy food because it does not jump up and down like a kangaroo or like the present monetary system, consistently falling in value. The US dollar, which is supposed to be the international currency on which this whole monetary system is built, started off at $20 for an ounce of gold. That's where it started. And in less than 300 years, no, that was 300 years, and this was how much? Less than 100 years. And in less than 100 years, the same US dollar now is over maybe $1,400, $1,500 for 1 ounce of gold. Look at the fall in value. This monetary system is bogus, but the money in the Quran can survive for 300 years. And money in the Quran is money you can bury in the ground and put a structure over it to protect it. Can you do that with electronic money? Can you bury a Bitcoin in the ground? Go back to Surah Al-Kahf and do your homework. We regret that we have to return again and again and again and again to this subject. But people don't seem to want to learn, to understand. So then what do? We guide and we warn those in whose hearts there is fear of Allah, that they may be rightly guided and avoid this bogus money that is coming into the world today, and for a reason other than what Azhar has given. They are bogus because they have no intrinsic value. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.